so we spoke about a lot of application use cases, testimonials. We spoke about the structured versus unstructured technologies and how they are going to shape up the entire landscape. Coming to Deepak, you had HSC, Hughes Systique, right? So, and you have championed in the MSME segment, which is a completely, very important part of manufacturing world, not from the country point of view, not just from the employment point of view, but also to make biggies thrive and grow, MSME must be taken care of. How does digital technologies allow you? How are you championing bringing in digital as part of your MSME agenda?
Absolutely. Thank you, Tarun, and thank you, CIA. So I represent Hughes Systique here. So we are primarily a software consultancy, a software services company, helping our customers on their journey to digital transformation. And this has actually given us, opportunity to interact with not just large manufacturers, but also a number of MSMEs. Right. So if you look at large, okay. So is it audible now? Okay. So if you look at large manufacturers, right, they are still in a very good shape, right, in their digital transformation, towards smart factories. Their processes are digitalized, their data lakes are set up. And they're already implemented. They're in the process of implementing use cases, right, in Industry 4.0, and they're actually experiencing the benefits and ROI, right. But if you look at SMEs, the situation is quite different. The ground reality is different. They are still using the ledgers. They are still away from paperless production. Information is not flowing freely between different verticals, right? They're all in silos. But the positive thing is that SMEs now understand the benefit of digitalization, right? And that's why they started working towards this direction, right? The challenge that they're facing, as per our interactions that we had with them, the challenge that they're facing is that the first is basically the legacy equipment, the legacy infrastructure that they're using, right? The machines that they're using or the machines they're manufacturing, they're not IoT enabled, and they're using proprietary interfaces. And it's not that straightforward to digitalize those equipments. Second problem is basically the lack of in-house expertise, right? The existing workforce is slightly different. It has different skill set. They may be, in certain scenarios, they may be basically very good in mechanical and electrical aspects, but they're lacking towards IT, expertise. Another problem is, of course, the funds, right? Because digitalizing, let's say, the whole factory, it requires certain upfront investment, and it also takes some time before the results actually start showing up, right? So what we recommend usually is that, to overcome these challenges, what we do is that the first thing that they should is, rather than doing everything in a single shot, the right approach would be to do it in an incremental way. Identify those use cases in those impactful areas and implement pilots around those use cases before you get basically that hands-on experience, the benefits from those technologies, right? To further reduce the cost, we recommend use of cloud infrastructure and cloud-based IoT solutions, the one like you are offering, which can then later be scaled on as needed later on. Partnership with other MSMEs and even technology providers is another option, rather than doing everything in-house. Initially, that can be outsourced to the experts. And of course, the last thing is that, again, the patience is also required, because these are all IoT-based solutions. They are based on data, and it requires some time for data to gather up, right? And before you run analytics on that, and before you start, seeing the results, it takes some time. So that's also, something that we recommend.
Perfect. So yeah, I'm sure, because we have, though my company works predominantly in the mid to large segment, It's only opportunity basis we interact with MSME segment, but yes, absolutely, that's different world, different problem, different challenges, and it's our responsibility that how do we bring and not leave in the digital agenda, because then that will drag the entire industry down if MSME is not equipped very well digitally.